You walk through your house. Something feels off. Not just a mess, the weight. It sits in corners, in closets, in quiet spaces you avoid. What if the real solution isn't more storage bins? What if it's a shift in your mind? The Amish have lived this way for centuries. Simple, clear, peaceful. And today, I'll show you the radical mindset shifts they use to declutter their homes and their lives. Not in a rush, not in chaos, but in quiet power. This is where the change begins. Welcome to Rustic Pantry. 1. The shift starts quietly. It doesn't happen overnight. Change never does. It begins softly, almost like a whisper at the edge of your thoughts. You look around your home. Something feels heavy, not just a mess. The air, the walls, the weight of years pressed into every corner. Boxes you never opened, clothes you forgot, drawers stuffed with maybes and one days. The Amish way doesn't crash into your life with noise. It enters quietly, calm, firm. Their homes tell stories of purpose. Every object is there because it belongs. No random extras. No just-in-case gadgets collecting dust. That's the first mindset shift. To see clutter not as a pile of stuff, but as silent noise. And to silence it, you must think differently. 2. Responsibility wakes you up. Owning things is easy. Anyone can buy. Click. Add to cart. Done. But the Amish don't stop at owning. They care. They maintain. They repair. They give attention. Every item means work. If a chair breaks, it's fixed. If a dress tears, it's sewn. This responsibility keeps their homes light. They don't hoard because they know the cost isn't just money. It's time, energy, space. Think about your home. Every little thing has a price. Maybe not today, but someday. That realization hits hard. Suddenly, that third blender doesn't feel harmless anymore. This shift is sharp, almost uncomfortable, but it's honest. 3. Function rules over fancy. Amish homes aren't plain because they lack taste. No, they're deliberate. A chair exists to sit on, a table to serve food. Nothing more, nothing less. Modern homes drown in decoration, in objects chosen to impress, not to serve. We chase trends. We mimic glossy magazine pages. But deep inside, the house feels crowded, tired. Amish homes breathe differently. Each object earns its keep. It serves. It lasts. When you start seeing your home this way, something changes. You stop decorating for strangers. You begin creating for yourself. And suddenly, the clutter starts falling away, quietly, piece by piece. For living with seasons, not piles. The Amish flow with the seasons. Tools, clothes, bedding. Everything moves in rhythm with time. Winter brings one set of things. Summer brings another. It's natural, smart. There's no need to keep every item out all year long. Modern homes, though, they hold everything at once. Coats crammed beside swimsuits. Holiday boxes stacked on top of everyday clutter. No rhythm, just piling. Adopting a seasonal mindset isn't just practical. It's freeing. When a house changes with the seasons, it feels alive. Less like a storage unit, more like a breathing space. You stop fighting the mess. You move with it. 5. Memories don't live in objects. This one is hard, maybe the hardest. Old letters, childhood toys, gifts from people long gone. These things hold memories, or so we think. The Amish understand something quiet but profound. The memory isn't inside the object. It's inside you. Holding onto every physical reminder doesn't preserve the past. Sometimes it traps you in it. Letting go isn't cold. It's kind. You make space for the present, for what matters now. It doesn't happen in one day. You pick one object. You breathe. You release. Slowly, the weight starts lifting. You don't lose memories. You gain freedom. 6. Simplicity feeds the spirit. For the Amish, a clear home is not just a clean home. It's spiritual. Clutter distracts. It pulls your mind in 1,000 directions. A clear room gives space for thought, for connection, for stillness. Even if you're not religious, you can feel it. When the house is clean, your brain slows down. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. It's not magic. It's energy. That's why this shift matters. Decluttering isn't only about appearances. It's about aligning the outer world with the inner. A peaceful home creates a peaceful mind. And the Amish have known this long before it became a trend. 7. Community over possession. Modern life tells you to own everything yourself. One ladder per house, one mower, one machine for every tiny task. The Amish reject this idea. They share, they borrow, they rely on each other. It builds trust. It saves space. It cuts clutter. You don't need 5 tools you'll use twice a year. You need a network, a group, a community. This shift is radical because it breaks the myth of self-sufficiency. You don't have to do it all alone. Your home doesn't have to carry everything. Sometimes, the best way to declutter is to connect. 8. Gentle, consistent clearing. Amish homes don't reach chaos. They don't wait for the big cleanup days. Instead, they clear a little every day. A drawer here, a shelf there. It becomes part of life like breathing. Modern homes let things pile. Then comes the giant weekend purge. Stress, trash bags everywhere, overwhelm, and eventually it all builds up again. The Amish way is slower, but steady. It sticks. That's the power of consistency. When you declutter a little all the time, your home never becomes a battlefield. It stays balanced, simple, quiet. 9. Space has value too. People often measure value in objects, furniture, decorations, collections, but empty space? It's seen as nothing. The Amish flip this thinking. Space itself is precious. A clear corner is not wasted. It's calm. It's potential. It's rest. This mental shift changes how you treat your home. Suddenly, you protect open areas like treasures. You stop filling every wall. You stop forcing objects into every shelf. You begin to love the quiet look of nothing. And ironically, that's when your home starts to feel full. Full of peace. Full of clarity. 10. A lifestyle, not a weekend project. Decluttering your entire house this year doesn't mean attacking it all at once. It means changing the way you think. The Amish don't declutter as a trend. It's their life. Ownership equals responsibility. Function beats fancy. Seasons guide movement. Memories live inside, not in objects. Spiritual clarity comes through simplicity. Community replaces endless buying. Daily clearing keeps chaos away. Space becomes valuable. It's not a one-time task. It's a quiet revolution. Slowly, patiently, one room at a time. And in that process, your home transforms. But more importantly, so do you. So, maybe it's not about throwing everything out in one weekend. Maybe it's about changing how you see your home, how you treat your space. The Amish don't just clean. They live differently. And you can too. Start small. One shelf, one room, one thought at a time. Slowly, it becomes a lifestyle, a quieter one, a stronger one. If this spoke to you, stay with us. There's more to uncover, more to simplify. This is Rustic Pantry, where simple living isn't just talked about, it's lived.